Hey, fam. This is Robin at Apex Healing Tarot. I invite you into my space. I thank you for all my subscribers. I really appreciate you trusting me to deliver the messages that were meant for you to hear. If you like this video, if you like this message, please like and subscribe and help your girl out. I am cleansing my space. I cleanse my space. I cleanse myself of all negative spiritual energy, death energy, anything that has attached itself to me. I ask ancestors, spirit guides, God, any messages that you have for the collective. I ask that you speak to me and through me to deliver the message that the collective was meant to hear. All right, y'all. I hope everyone is having a great day, evening, or night whenever you see this video. So, the message for today is what we're going to talk about. What spiritual gifts are being hidden from you? In other words, what spiritual gifts do you have that you don't know about? Or maybe these are spiritual gifts that you may intuitively think you have, but are not quite sure. So today we're going to get some clarification on that, and I'll ask some more questions pertaining to your spiritual gifts and any blockages or anything that is preventing from those gifts from being fully actualized. Okay. So I have pre-shuffled the cards. I have set my intention for this reading. I'm just going to shuffle it a couple of more times. Hmm. So, ancestors, spirit guides, angels, what spiritual gifts, what one spiritual gift will go individually? What is a spiritual gift that is being hidden from the collective? What spiritual gift is being hidden from the collective? We have water. You are deeply connected to water and the spirits that dwell within it. Water magic suits you to conjure up love spells, emotional healing, or any other matters of the heart. So your spirit is connected with water. So if you find you like baths, You like being near water, or water soothes you. It calms your soul. It like releases your anxiety. It melts your worries away. You kind of get lost in the moment when you're in or when you're around water. You kind of get submerged in your feelings. You may be comfortable releasing your feelings, shedding tears when you're around water. You feel that release. You feel safe, like it's in your safe space. You really heal yourself when you're around water. Internally, your soul heals, your heart heals. So if you don't know, if you didn't know, then try going to rivers, lakes, oceans, anywhere that's close to you, and just be still and meditate in that space and watch how it soothes you, calms your soul, and heals your emotions and your heartbreak, trauma that have happened. When you leave, I bet you will feel a little bit, or I can bet on it, a lot lighter in your spirit. Or you could be a water sign, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. Hmm. Okay, y'all, look. The next spiritual gifts y'all got is sexual healer. Now, I don't know who is a freak in here, but yeah, I'll read the card. It says, you have the capacity to become a sexual healer with the skills to change sexual trauma, wounding, limitation that goes on in people's bodies and in the world. Is that a snake on her back? Yeah. But yeah, if you find that you have, what was it saying, you have healing sex. When you have sex with other people, it's not like it's more than a physical. You are actually, your energy reaches down and leaves an imprint on their soul that heals them. And you may find that if you had exes, they come back because this is like a drug. Like, yeah, yeah. Wounding limitation that goes on in people's bodies and in their worlds. So, people who have been traumatized sexually, they get wounding. I mean, not wounding, they get healing through your sex. Hmm. I know this is a sensitive subject, and I'm getting that is maybe some of you have been through been through sexual trauma. And if you have been, I sympathize with you because it's not easy to get through that from experience. Yeah, so you're a water spirit, sexual healer. Spirit, give me what other gifts does the collective have that they don't know they have? So this is confirmation and what you may have felt or how you may have felt around water or how people uh, react to you pulling back your sexual energy from them, which is unfavorable. We have Old Soul. So it says, you have been around many lifetimes and have chosen to be reborn and evolve and carry on your learning journey from where you left it in your previous life. So your wisdom, you didn't learn this wisdom here in this lifetime. You've learned this from many, many, many other lives. You are an old soul. I'm speaking to a collective who has learned a lot of lessons in this life and other lives as well. The collective who people are comfortable around, who are mysterious, perhaps, who don't talk a lot but know a lot. And you will share your knowledge with those who ask your advice. You connect with a lot of people, and people feel comfortable around you and speaking to you because there's something in their soul that recognizes your soul. And that's where the connection happens. You're here on this in this lifetime to learn the lessons that you agreed to learn before you came here. And it's like you're going to learn this lesson and you're going to, yeah, and then you're going to move on into your next phase when you transition from this life. And if you don't learn the lesson, then you're going to repeat it within another body, of course, or however you come show up in your next lifetime. One more, one more. I have one more gift, spiritual gift that has been hidden from the collective. One more spiritual gift that's being hidden from the collective. Ancestors. Okay. Then one, please. Still too many. Please. I have one spiritual gift. Mm. I'm just gonna pick this one because it keeps showing up. The one on top. Okay. So we have out of reach. Your looks often trigger people's insecurity, making them feel like you are out of their league, which helps you to weed out people that don't vibrate the same as you. So collective, your looks are intimidating. There's something about your physical appearance, but I'm hearing it's also your soul, your spirit as well. I'm getting that your light is so bright that it outshines and may at times outshines others who are not on the same vibration as you, or may not be just spiritual awareness. You're on different levels, and that triggers them. And when they see it, they get intimidated and they are apprehensive of approaching you, of how to approach you, or what to say, or and that's a good thing because people who do not have your best intentions, they'll be less tempted to approach you, even though that doesn't stop a lot of people because your look is so stunning and so unique. It says like attracts like. So be out of reach. Be comfortable in your own skin. You are the only one here in this lifetime. There's only one of you. And if you make people insecure or people are kind of standoffish or just stare at you, then that's why. Okay, collective. So next we're gonna find out what can what can the collective do to prepare to receive these gifts? What can the collective do to prepare and to receive these gifts? Let's see. Let's find out. Sisters, spirit guides. What can the collective do to prepare and receive these gifts? Gonna do one pull a tarot for each card. We're gonna start over. If you connected with water, then what can you do? What can you do to prepare to receive this gift? Water spirit, 10 of Cups, Knight of Cups, the Hermit. So, what can you do to receive this gift? There's wisdom gained in going through challenges. Sometimes we have to retreat and find our inner self toward a journey of self love, self fulfillment. Wherever you are, water will help you, will help you uh, be comfortable in your feelings, expressing your feelings. Because I get right now, you may wish to have emotional fulfillment within. You may wish to express yourself more to others. So, to prepare yourself to open yourself up to love, to healing, You're going to have to go on a journey towards self, towards loving yourself and being dedicated and focused on that. And when you connect with water, as you connect with water, you'll find yourself being more emotionally fulfilled. Lesson is in within. Hey, ancestors, spirit guides. Hmm. Sexual healer. What can the collective do to prepare to receive these gifts of healing people's sexual wounds, sexual traumas? What can the collective do to prepare to receive this gift? What can the collective do to prepare to? Ooh, my goodness, not the whole deck. Mm. Okay, I'll take these four. They fell out. So we have the Seven of Cups. We have the Ace of Wands. We have the Three of Swords. And then we have the Emperor. So the Emperor means taking control, dominant, authority, masculine energy, whether a male or female. It's about being selective in who you share your sexual energy with. Because at times you may have a lot of options and be confused because you know how sacred your having sex with others are from a spiritual and physical perspective. And this is a gift. If you have the gift of healing sexual trauma or people's wounds, then do you know how powerful that is? Very powerful. So it requires you to take the lead, be in charge, lead with authority on who you decide gets to experience you, who sparks your interest. And you may have many new beginnings. You may have had a few sexual partners, not all of them good. but it requires you to take control, take the lead, decide who you will give your sweet nectar to. And when you decide that it no longer serves you, you can walk away. And when you do decide to walk away, these people are going to be heartbroken. So, how can you prepare? Just like I said, don't let everybody experience you. Take the lead on who you choose to share your space with, to share that intimacy with, because you are going to leave people heartbroken when you walk. If that relationship or whoever you do decide to sleep with, if it doesn't work out and you have to walk away, they're going to be hurt, 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 hurt. All right, ancestors, can you give me clarity on old soul? What does the collective have to do or have to prepare to receive this gift, this wisdom, this soul wisdom? How can the collective prepare to receive this gift, spirit? Okay, too many. We have the tower. Tower, the spectrum. Tower, page of swords. One order. Also, mhm. Mm. So you have experienced a lot of chaos, a lot of destruction in this lifetime and many of your past lifetimes before this. And what you continue to do is you can learn, you can observe while these towers are happening, while these chaotic events knock you over that seem to come out of nowhere. You're like looking from a higher perspective, speaking, not speaking, thinking logically and learning those lessons so that in this lifetime or in the future, you will know you will have learned this lesson that caused the tower in your life. And you can look on it and you can remember, hey, I've learned this lesson. Now I'll be silly to do it again. And sometimes we do it again just because we want what we want. And sometimes we set boundaries for ourselves and say, hey, I don't want to learn this lesson again. It was too painful to do that. And whatever you have been through, you've been through a lot. You've been knocked down and you get back up. Knocked down again and you get back up. Knocked down again and you get back up. You are resilient and you have a lot of wisdom and knowledge behind you through challenges that you faced in this lifetime. And you will continue to face them because you will not give up in learning your lessons. And while these lessons may have made you guarded over a lifetime, in this lifetime, you still refuse to give up. You see how she's has her face covered. You can tell that she's been through a lot, been through tower moment after tower moment, and still is a fighter. So, how can you prepare to receive the wisdom? Is to learn the lessons, to look objectively outside of this tower moment that happened. What role did you play in this tower moment? Do you think something could have prevented this tower moment? These may have these are questions to ask yourself when you're going through a catastrophe or something really knocks the wind out of you. And to never give up. Be aware that you're guarded and try not to let this interfere with your relationships going forward. And if you need help, mental health wise, reach out to others to support for support. Pray to God, your ancestors, your spirit guides for help during these times when the tower knocks you off guard, knocks you off your square. Then we have out of reach. Ancestors, what can the collective do? What the what can the collective do to prepare or to prepare to receive this unique spiritual gift of being comfortable making people uncomfortable in their uniqueness. How can the collective prepare for this? Also, who did please? Thank you. We have, somebody else see this, the death card. Have the Two of Swords. Then we have the King of. So, how can you prepare to be out of reach, to be comfortable, making people uncomfortable, to not dim your light for the comfort of others? You can first decide that you're not going to care how people feel. And I don't mean like maliciously, I just mean that in the text of you showing up as yourself, as your whole self. You're putting a death to begging people to accept you. You know the people who are for you will be there for you. It's all about making a decision. What are you going to decide? What's in your head? What path should you choose? Do you want to stay on the path of fitting in, or do you want to embrace your uniqueness, what makes you you? Are you going to get into your feelings about ending things with who, people or things that no longer serve you? It's about accepting, being confident in your emotions, and making a decision to choose your own path. Choose the path that makes you shine so you can reach the people, so you can meet your soul tribe, the people who vibrate on the same level as you, to be confident in who you give your time, emotions, and feelings to, and put the death to the people, not a literal death, but make a decision to choose you. Because when people see you being your authentic self, they'll be comfortable with them being their authentic selves as well. But yeah. Hmm. Okay, now we're going to get blockages. So, spirit ancestors, God, what blockages may be hindering the collective of receiving these gifts? What blockages may be present? I think I want to use, let's see, what it do I want to use? Let me get some other tarot deck. Blockages. Blockages are in one of the collective receiving these spiritual gifts. I hope y'all are enjoying this video. Like and subscribe. Like, and subscribe to my channel. Okay, ancestors, spirit guides. What blockages the collective need to get rid of in order to receive these spiritual gifts? We have Six of Cups. We have the Hang One. Then we have the King of Swords. All right. Blockages, living in the past, not learning lessons from the past, being stuck in the past, and not wanting to move on to different things, to different experiences, staying stuck in your comfort zone because it feels comfortable there, not expanding or growing spiritually, being stuck in your head, being closed off, being kind of inflexible, right? you have learned many lessons, and you are sitting at a position of authority, the King of Swords. You're very smart, you're very logical and analytical, but you also need to be flexible as well. Because black and white intuition is not black and white, spirit is not black and white. Be open to your transformation as it comes. Listen to these messages. They could come through birds. Your ancestors may come in many forms. They might be that person who, or angels as well. They might be a person who walks up to you on the street and smiles. They may come as in the form of children you may encounter. But in order to remove blockages, you have to let go of the past, being stuck in the past. Have a new perspective on how everything, no, no matter how, if it was good or bad, painful, traumatic, the things that happened to our past in our past, how can we use those things as a turning point, direction going forward? And it requires intellect, but don't let that intellect drown out the messages, the intuition, that first voice that is so small, is so quiet that you hear when you're faced with making a decision. It's that quiet voice. It's that feeling you get to say, "No, don't do it." But then our mind kicks in, and that ego kicks in, and then it overrides our intuition. And what happens? The tower happens because we didn't listen to our intuition. Spirit really has our back. They It knows what is good for us. We are the ones that get in our own way. Okay, let's get some guidance from ancestors and angels. Ancestors, spirit guides, angels, the divine. What message does the collective need to know? What guidance do you want to give the collective going on this spiritual journey with recognizing ooh, these gifts? spirits, angels, ancestors, what guidance? What like that? Says druid, hold the space. Knowledge, there's wisdom, holding the space. Earth Mother, maybe you can see that. Feel loved and comforted. One more. We have one more guidance for the collective. Thank you. Okay, we take two. We have drum, dream, and journey. Then we have Lord, take charge with authority. So, your advice from your ancestors and spirits are in this lifetime, there are many lessons to be learned. And while you're going through and discovering your spiritual gifts and going down your spiritual path, be open to nature, to the birds, to the animals, through the trees, through plants. Spend more time in nature because Mother Earth is here to comfort you and to love on you. And allow yourself to be, to be present on this journey. Try not to happen, try not to let life happen to you. Take steps to be proactive in your relationships, your friendships. You want to take charge with authority of your life. You don't want to let life happen and then get frustrated by the results. It's because you let other people make decisions for you, pleasing others, dimming your light for others. No, you have one life in this lifetime, and you are in charge of it, and you decide how you want this life to be led. You may find music healing, drums in particular, I know they have drum music on YouTube. When there's a certain beat or how I don't know too much about music, but how the sounds are played together that allows you to journey into yourself, to know yourself, journey into the spiritual world, to bring back knowledge, that wisdom from that old soul that has been learned, those lessons that have been learned many lifetimes before, even though you may not experience the full experience that you had in the past in this lifetime. You carry those messages, you carry that knowledge subconsciously. Just be present with that and allow yourself grace to learn that sometimes you'll not mess it up, sometimes you'll have to stop or life gets in the way of pursuing a spiritual path. But it's really not stopping. You're still learning your lessons as you're living your life, even though you may not be actively pursuing or being on your spiritual path, if that makes sense. All right. So we're going to find out what are some of the blessings that you that you will receive as you continue to ascend, as your gifts, these hidden gifts open up to you. What are some of the blessings? What are some of the blessings? You know, blessing. Just a minute. It's a specific deck. There's a specific deck that I'm trying to get. This one. All right. Spirit, what are some of the blessings that the collective will receive as they grow spiritually? What are some of the blessings that the collective will experience as they grow spiritually? What are some of the gifts? Not blessings. Some of the blessings, not gifts, for the collective that await the collective on the spiritual path. Mm. You have enemy. It says someone opposes you, hatred, angry, jealous, creating animosity. Oh yeah, that's part of life. We all got haters. We have perspective. Change the meaning of the issue. Experiences shaping perspective, reflection for change. Loneliness. Hmm. Walking a lonely path, feeling deserted, neglected, no support system. Mm. One more sphere. We have awakening. There it is. We're realizing, understanding something, a call to higher consciousness, newfound awareness. Yes. So, what blessings await you? Hmm. Your circle is going to get smaller. The people who you hung around, the friends, could be family as well. You'll find that you have less and less things in common with them. And it's going to be misunderstandings. It's going to be them thinking that you're too good to go out with them or to smoke with them or to do things with them that you used to do before because you're transforming. But this is just part of the spiritual journey in changing our perspective on who, what, when, or where we hang out, things we do, people we see, change the perspective of life, of how we navigate through life, how we show up for ourselves, how we show up for others. It's about the lessons we've learned and using those lessons to make good decisions going forward. Loneliness. Yes, the spiritual journey is a lonely path. It's a path where you find yourself internally, that you get to know who you are at the core, that you remove all the pain, all the hurt, all the guilt, and all the shame that you carried for so long, all the burdens that you've carried. And you feel like no one understands you, that you can't talk to people about this because nobody else around you is experiencing it. So oftentimes you may feel like that, but know that the angels Your ancestors, God, is always around you. All you have to do, it requires one thing, and that thing is for you to ask for help. We're all connected, and no one has gotten through life depending on themselves solely. Then we have awakening. One eye is open, and the other one is not open yet. So it's a journey, it's a path. You feel internally like these gifts, the water, the sexual healing, the old soul. These are gifts that you have hidden, but life experiences around you and how you've reacted to things in this physical world. They give you a hint on the spiritual gifts that may be hidden inside you. So you'll begin to be aware of, hey, this being near water makes me feel really calm, or I feel much better when I leave, or when I can clear my mind. Or people come to me and ask me my advice on many different things, or how they ask me how I navigate through life, how I seem to know things. It's because you are old soul. Or why people sometimes say it's the best sex they ever had, because you heal wounds sexually. You are a sexual healer. Or why people may look at you from a distance and be intrigued by you, your inner and your outer beauty. It's because you are unique. So, yeah, I think I'm going to leave it here. I hope this message helped you, gave you clarity on some of the spiritual gifts that you had that are going to show up more as you spiritually ascend. Is there anything else? Let me see if I can leave y'all with confirmation. All right. Let's see. One last advice for the collective. Not advice, but information going forward. Affirmation for the collective spirit. Guarding the spread and their spiritual gifts. Spiritual journey. What do you have to say? Spirit one more. Thank you. So we have, y'all can see this. Success is liking yourself, liking what you do, and liking how you do it. Then we have some girls, or whatever your gender is. Some girls want to be a princess when they grow up. I wanted to be in a bad B gang, girl gang. So, yeah, these are the affirmations. Stand in your power, be your truth, own it, like yourself, be comfortable in your own skin because there's only one you. All right, collective. Thank y'all for joining me, and I'll see you on the next one.